WTVJ.com.
Anyway.
Right now at 5, Team 6 is everywhere.
A car stolen with a child inside. We're live with a frantic search.
A disturbing discovery inside a South Florida home. What we know about this death investigation.
His roommate was beaten to death while he watched. Tonight, we see the FAMU hazing scandal through his eyes.
Let's find out just how much it will cost for the show to go on at the Adrian R. Center. I'm Trina Robinson.
And I'm Jackie Nestral. Breaking news and severe weather when it happens, as it happens.
Live, the news on NBC-6 South Florida starts now.
Our top story tonight, a developing situation in Hialeah. A child reunited with his parents after their SUV is stolen with that 3.5-year-old still inside. Good evening from the new NBC-6 South Florida studio.
We'll give you a tour of our new home in just a little bit.
But first, the news, and an intense few hours ends with a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, Team 6 reporter Betty Yu is live in Hialeah with what we know tonight. Betty.
Trina, that child was kidnapped for about 2 hours. There's no indication at this time of what he might have experienced, but the parents and that little boy just arrived here at the Hialeah Police Department moments ago. They haven't spoken to the media just yet, but they're meeting with detectives first to go over this frightening ordeal. What was supposed to be a sweet reward turned into a carjacking and abduction at the corner of 57th Street. Police, backed by Miami-Dade and City of Miami officers, launched a massive search for little Daniel. Around 4 p.m., he was found, safe and sound, dropped off in front of TD Bank at Northwest 57th Avenue and 7th Street in Miami.
Lesson learned, never leave a child alone in a vehicle for any amount of time. Sometimes even a second is too long.
Daniel's uncle says the family is relieved.
Now I feel good. Now I feel better because, everything is now better because the kid is okay,
Now, the car is still missing. Be on the lookout for a silver Mitsubishi with Florida tag number T306JD. Hialeah Police tells us that the man who kidnapped this little boy was the one that indeed dropped him off outside that TD Bank. No sign of where he's at this hour. If you know anything, call police. The number is 305-471-TIPS. Live in Hialeah, I'm Betty Yu, NBC-6 South Florida.
Betty, thank you. Also developing tonight. A body is found inside a Homestead house, but when police arrived, they discovered something even more disturbing. Team 6 reporter Gilma Avalos joins us live now from the home with the details. Gilma.
Trina, well, around 11:30 this morning, City of Homestead police were sent to a home just down the block. It's the one where the white minivan is parked in front of. Inside, they would make a grisly discovery, the lifeless body of an African-American woman with what's expected to be stab wounds. At this point, we do not know how these two situations are related. Very few details are known. We know that police went here after a man wanted to receive treatment at a local hospital, Homestead Hospital, for injuries to his body. But we do know that this home is the last known address for Sonny Cortez, a registered sex offender. It is too soon to know what involvement, if any, Mr. Cortez has in this situation. Police are not releasing the name of the man who's receiving treatment at the hospital, nor the victim, but they are calling the man at the hospital a person of interest.
Of course, that individual is going to be a person of interest because of the fact that he did leave from this residence to receive medical attention. So we are going to talk to him, and until we don't get a thorough interview with him, we won't know what his involvement is.
And as of about an hour ago, Miami-Dade police were trying to get a search warrant so they can begin to piece together exactly what happened here. That man is currently receiving treatment before he's in any condition to answer the many questions that detectives will surely have. In Homestead, Gilma Avalos, NBC-6 South Florida.
Gilma, thanks. And we are following breaking news out of Fort Lauderdale right now here on NBC-6. These are live pictures over the scene where police are investigating the shooting of a 14-year-old. We don't have much information at this time, but police are telling us this was in fact an accident. It happened at 4821 Northwest 10th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale. We will bring you any more information as we get it in.
Jackie, tonight, new details in an argument that turned deadly last night. One man was killed, and just hours later, the suspect was found close to taking his own life. We now have learned the name of the victim. Officials say David Lawrence Nelson II was shot with multiple times and killed last night in Plantation. The 31-year-old was laying on the ground in the Harbor Town Apartments at University Drive and North Martano Boulevard when Plantation police arrived at the scene. Police say the gunman, a 47-year-old Latin male, then went back to his apartment and took a number of pills in a suicide attempt. During a search of the complex, the suspect's wife approached officers and said her husband was lying on the apartment floor. Officials found a handgun with the semi-conscious male who witnessed then identified as the shooter.
Caught on camera, a car police are looking for in connection with a hit and run in Miami. Surveillance video from Monday night shows a purple Ford Taurus in the area of Northwest 7th Avenue and 20th Street. According to investigators, the video was recorded just moments after the car struck an elderly pedestrian on 7th Avenue near 19th Street. 70-year-old Charlie Kimball remains in critical condition at Ryder Trauma. If you have any information, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. A teacher is accused of burglarizing a South Florida home several times. On Tuesday, Miami-Dade police say Reina Marta Herrera was caught red-handed burglarizing a home in the area of Southwest 59th Avenue and 35th Street in Miami-Dade. According to investigators, she confessed to stealing from the same home twice before taking thousands in cash and jewelry. It's not clear where Herrera teaches, but the 32-year-old is facing several charges, including grand theft.
An update now on the water-damaged Adrian R. Center. It will soon get its leaky roof fixed. Miami-Dade commissioners have now approved a $5 million payout to fix the damage. Back in May, heavy rains caused the storm pipe to burst and damage the ceiling. The Opera House sustained major damage when water began pouring through the ceiling, flooding the lobby. More than 2,500 theatergoers had to be evacuated. Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Jimenez says part of the county money will also cover the bill for an investigation into the cause of the failed pipe.
The $5 million is simply to cover the deductible on the insurance that we have on the Art Center. Part of that $5 million will be used to hire a forensic engineer to determine exactly what happened and if somebody is responsible. Was it the contractor? Was it the engineers? Was it the architect?
Now, commissioners agreed the Adrian R's needed the money quickly for those repairs to be completed before the center's next season. However, some argued against pouring more money into an already expensive building.
A badly burned dog has found a new home in Georgia. Courage was released to a rescue group and is now receiving care. The young boxer was found bloody and burned at a South Florida home last week. A neighbor found the dog outside his home. He noticed it had 20 inches of bloody burn marks on his back. North Miami Animal Control said Elianis Sanflor is the dog's owner. NBC-6 went to the address listed, but a woman claiming to be the property owner said the dog's owner was not home. And Miami-Dade County Commissioners voted unanimously in favor of the Pets Trust Miami initiative to be put on the ballot in November. The proposal could save thousands of animals while raising homeowners' taxes. The initiative calls for Miami-Dade homeowners' property taxes to be raised by about $20 a year, which Pets Trust organizers say could save nearly 20,000 animals a year. Ultimately, organizers hope the funding will help Miami-Dade become a no-kill shelter county. The initiative will be on the ballot as a non-binding question in November. And we want you to weigh in on this one in our NBC6 question of the day. Would you pay a tax to help support animal services in your county? Click on the question on the homepage of NBC6.com and vote. We'll have the results on the NBC6 News at 6.
Hundreds of people spent the day looking to get hired, and there were plenty of businesses with jobs to offer. Team 6 reporter Julia Bagg was at the Signature Grand in Davie to see how the applicants made out.
A line wrapped around the Signature Grand lobby with job seekers vying for more than 400 positions from 42 different employers. Companies came to recruit for openings from Miami-Dade to Palm Beach County.
We came down here to look for part-time associates, someone that would work, maybe some nights, some weekends.
A Home Depot recruiter told me what matters most in his eyes.
Well, somebody that's super enthusiastic, somebody that has come to us and really has no experience required, to be honest with you.
Ask job fair organizer Tiffany Price. She'll tell you here, face-to-face first impressions matter.
It gives you such a head start on getting a job with the company because you can actually meet the person who would be hiring you.
20-year-old George Clavel is a college grad with 2 years of Army Reserve experience, looking for just about anything.
I'm confident
I'm disciplined. I have 2 years of experience with the U.S. Army, so they know that I'm squared away.
37-year-old single dad Hadley Jerome is hoping for a sales or customer service position.
Being unemployed, I mean, you have to pay bills. I can't pay bills if I'm just sitting at home.
The key question is always, when do I start?
The next step after the job fair organizers recommend sending off a thank you note. In Davie, I'm Julia Bagg, NBC-6 South Florida.
You are watching the new NBC-6.
Coming up, his roommate's death sparked a campus-wide hazing investigation. Tonight, he talks about the day he watched his friend die.
Plus, find out why a fire turned out to be too hot for dozens of firefighters to handle.
The haze has started to move into South Florida, and conditions are about to become hot and hazy. I'll have the forecast right ahead.
I'm Roxanne Vargas, keeping you in the mix. Coming up, trouble on the set for Halle Berry. I'll tell you why she had to be rushed to the hospital. Plus, Mr. 305 is changing area codes, where he's heading, and how a fan got him there. Coming up on the NBC6 News, South Florida.
The Americans are coming. The London Olympics starting July 27th on NBC.
When it comes to his patients, Dr. Coleman's the best. When it comes to the owners...
Don't you see his premature balding and feminine hands indicate masculinity issues?
He's working on it. Animal Practice, a new series coming this fall here on NBC.
Pollo Tropical's Tropi Chop is now just the way you want it and comes with a drink for only $4.99. Choose your favorite rice. Pile on our fresh from the grill marinated chicken. Then add toppings like corn, tomatoes, or our famous beans and salsas. Fresh from the grill taste for $4.99.
When you need a car, truck or van,
Maruni!
who you gonna call?
Maruni. Maruni, an AutoNation company, has 30 showrooms. And right now at Maruni Nissan, lease a brand new 2012 Altima 2.5S for just $99 a month. That's a brand new Altima 2.5S with power windows, CD player, and keyless entry. Only $99 a month. Only at all 5 Maruni Nissan showrooms.
Who you gonna call, South Florida?
It's time. Time to start getting more with Dish. Prices have never been lower with packages that fit any budget. And you won't pay extra for HD channels either. They're free for life. For a limited time, you also get HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Starz free for 3 months. Think about it. HD free for life. Premium channels and prices that have never been lower. So what are you waiting for? Join the millions of customers who choose Dish as the best value in entertainment. But hurry, time is ticking away.
It's easier than ever to create your own Tropi Chop at Pollo Tropical. For just $4.99 with the drink, you can start with your favorite rice, add grilled chicken or our famous slow-roasted pork, and then finish with fresh toppings. Just for you and just $4.99 at Pollo Tropical.
I can remember me trying to fight and peel her fingers off and her arms off because she just had them like locked up.
Now at 5, one of 11 FAMU members charged in the death of drum major Robert Champion is speaking out tonight. Rakai Williams, Champion's roommate, is charged with felony hazing.
But he says he didn't do anything wrong and was only trying to protect his fellow drum major. Tonight he sheds new light on that fatal night and the culture of hazing at Florida A&M.
Robert Champion had steadfastly refused to go through the process known as crossing bus C until November 19th, the night of his death. He made the decision late. Rakai Wills says all of the drum majors, had they known, would have been on the bus helping Champion get to the back. Instead, it was just Wills.
What the drum majors get on the bus to try to do is try to help each other. And basically, I'm trying to like stop him from getting as many hits.
Wills also says Robert Champion was hit as many as 300 times. Wills broke his own hand trying to pull a band member off Champion.
I can remember me trying to fight and peel her fingers off and her arms off because she just had them like locked up. And basically a full Nelson so he was just basically open up while everybody was trying to get at him.
Afterward, he says Champion was like everyone else who goes through bus C, was tired and out of breath. It wasn't until moments later that things took a turn for the worse.
Then he started complaining that he couldn't see. And I mean, his eyes were wide open. He was looking directly at us and he was complaining that he couldn't see.
Wills says that when the band director and police chief talked to band members about hazing, no one paid attention. Or in his words, it went in one ear and out the other. And Wills says FAMU faculty and administrators should have known what was going on because everyone else did.
Either completely, they just ignored it or didn't care to know what it was.
Wills faces felony charges, although he claims he was only there helping Robert Champion get to the back of the bus.
Rakai Wills was expelled from FAMU, but the administrative action has been put on hold pending the outcome of the criminal trial. He would have graduated with a degree in criminology this summer.
Jackie, now to stories making headlines across America. A raging fire in New York City left dozens of firefighters injured. The massive blaze broke out at a 6-story building near Yankee Stadium. More than 200 firefighters battled the fire for more than 4 hours trying to bring it under control. 28 firefighters and 2 residents suffered minor injuries in the process. The Red Cross assisted residents who needed emergency shelter and food. And take a look at this accident. A massive oak tree fell on and killed a driver in Virginia. There weren't any storms in the area at the time, so officials think the trunk just rot, causing the tree to come crashing down. It took crews more than 3 hours to remove that oak tree from the highway.
Now, your Weather Team 6 forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Morales and live Doppler 6 HD.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our new home, our new Weather Team 6 home, part of course, the new NBC South Florida. Across the area, we saw a lot less in the way of shower and thunderstorm activity, and as we head into the evening, here is your forecast for the next few hours. We expect at 7 o'clock to still have mostly cloudy skies, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, 85 degrees, then 84 degrees as we head to 9 o'clock, partial clearing. The haze is thickening tonight, and by tomorrow morning, we're talking about 79 degrees for a low temperature under hazy skies. Here are your weather headlines now for the next couple of days. Very few thunderstorms this evening. The haze indeed thickening due to that Saharan dust that's been arriving from the east. And expect the next couple of days to be mainly dry, hot, and hazy across South Florida. So this is a departure from the stormy conditions we had seen over the past couple of days. You can see the weather radars out of South Florida as well as down in the Florida Keys are devoid of any significant rain except off in the Everglades to our west. There were some thunderstorms earlier very close to the western suburbs of South Florida, but you can see how those have pretty much dissipated. That's not to say that there's still not a slight risk of another thunderstorm this evening, mainly in Palm Beach County, outside of our viewing area, and maybe Broward too. But most of the rain has moved elsewhere in the state, as you can see, off to the north due to that low pressure area that's been moving away from our region. 86 right now in Miami, 87 degrees Fort Lauderdale, 89 degrees at Marathon, pretty warm down there. You can see the dry air we've been talking about, the dusty air, the Saharan dust, starting to advance towards us from the east, crossing the Bahamas, reaching South Florida. You could actually visibly see the haze moving in from the offshore waters during the course of the midday and afternoon hours today, and I think that haze again will thicken tonight with all the deep moisture displaced off to our northwest. Now, the weather's set up into tomorrow, dry air mass in place, hazy conditions. The Saharan air layer, the haze, is going to make for a milky looking sky. It's going to be sunny, but we're not going to see the blue skies that we're accustomed to here in South Florida. Then the dry air starts to move out on Friday. The haze thins out too. A few showers might crop up, I think mainly in the Florida Keys on Friday. This weekend, though, is not looking too bad. Here's your boating forecast now for tonight and tomorrow. Wind east to southeast, 7 to 14 knots. Light chop on Biscayne Bay. Surf temperature is 84 degrees. And for the Keys, 10 to 15 knots worth of wind. Light to moderate chop on Florida Bay, and Key West Harbor temperature 86. All right, as I mentioned, isolated evening thunderstorms, otherwise clearing tonight with a low near 79 degrees. Tomorrow's high 92. Lots of sunshine and lots of haze too. Indeed, hot temperatures can be expected. Let's look ahead to the next couple of days. You can see temperatures will be in the low 90s. We do see a bit of a better chance of rain as we head into Saturday. Leave you with a weekend forecast here. You can plan ahead for the weekend. 91 on Saturday and 89 degrees on Sunday. And the next 7 days look like this. We look for the chance of rain to peak on Sunday and then another cloud of Saharan dust with hot and hazy conditions for next week.
Well, John, what a difference a day makes. You called it.
Well, you know, I tell you what, it's going to be nice. Next couple of days, good beach weather, and we'll see how it pans out for the weekend. There is a chance of rain, especially Sunday.
Okay. I'm going to clear out some of that dust, right?
It will. Indeed, it will.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
It's time to get in the mix. Team 6 entertainment reporter Roxanne Vargas joins us now with the stories everyone's talking about. Roxy?
Hey, Jackie, here's something that everyone's talking about right here at home. Our local dancers, the Untouchables, and their live performance on America's Got Talent right here on NBC-6 last night. Listen to that. All the judges love South Florida's young dancers and their samba number. Howard Stern called the performance remarkable. Now the fate of the Untouchables in the hands of America now. Will they go further than the Miami All-Stars from last season who danced in the same studio? You're going to have to tune in to find out tonight. The results are in. 4 acts will move on to the top 24. One spot closer to that $1 million prize. And all new America's Got Talent is tonight at 9 on NBC6. And Facebook likes have spoken. Miami's Pitbull is heading to Kodiak, Alaska. That's right, it's a promotional campaign with Walmart. Pitbull agreed to visit whichever Walmart got the most likes on its page. And thanks to a little mischief on behalf of a writer for the Boston Phoenix who encouraged people to like away, the page ended up with 70,000 likes. As for Pitbull, he said he'd go anywhere in the world for his fans. He invited that pranking writer, by the way, to join him in Alaska, and he reportedly accepted that invitation. Halle Berry is out of the hospital after suffering a minor head injury while she was shooting a fight sequence for an upcoming film in Los Angeles. It happened last night. Berry's publicist said the actress was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center as a precaution, and she was released shortly after that. Berry is set to be back to work on the upcoming thriller, The Hive. And all new tonight at 5:30, my interview with Latin heartthrob William Levy. We talk about his latest project, South Florida, and a whole lot more. For NBC6 South Florida, I'm Roxanne Vargas. Back to you.
Oh, I love William Levy, and I love the way he moved on Dancing with the Stars.
He's fabulous. Well, stay with us for the news at 5:30. Coming up, a 71-year-old stands his ground. See the dramatic video as he turns the table on a couple of crooks.
And the Olympics are just around the corner, and a UM hurler is leaping into action at the 2012 Games. Plus, a member of the Hurricanes football team is giving his walking papers today. I'll tell you who, coming up in sports. And don't forget, guys, to enter our I Like It sweepstakes. Tonight, we're giving away 2 one-day passes to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure in Orlando. So you can check out the all-new Despicable Me ride. All you have to do is like us on Facebook and enter to win, and then watch the NBC6 News at 11 to see if you won.
If you want a new Volkswagen, you gotta get to Gunther.
Alarm Force's live two-way voice is the best way to protect your house. When a burglar breaks in, a siren goes off. Then a live connection is established between our central station and your house.
Attention, this is the Alarm Force Central Station. Identify yourself. The police have been dispatched.
Call Alarm Force today and get live two-way voice protection for only $25 per month.
Call 1-800-267-2001. Alarm Force.
I may have retired from the game, but not from being big. Good thing one car gives me full-size luxury and 36 miles per gallon, which is nice because I've got shoes that are bigger than most hybrids and more stylish too. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Now current non-GM owners lease this EPA-estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse for around $279 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Now through Wednesday, July 25th, it's the ultimate store-wide mattress sale at Rooms to Go with special buys on top brands like a choice of 2-piece queen mattress sets from Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and Simmons Beauty Rest, reduced to just $555. Get other great mattress markdowns throughout the store. Plus, all Sealy sleeper sofas are on sale at amazing sale prices. So save big and sleep better. Hurry to the Rooms to Go ultimate store-wide mattress sale now through Wednesday, July 25th.
Only America's most fuel-efficient car company can bring you this, the Hyundai Fuel Efficiency Drive sales event. We're demonstrating the towering amount of gas you can save with a 40 mpg Highway Elantra versus the competition, $1,744 over 5 years to be exact. Here's another number you might find surprising.
All Hyundais on sale now. New Elantras only $179 a month. $179. Don't miss out. Save thousands on new Hyundais today.
The Xfinity Sports Desk is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports.
Welcome back. Well, just a few weeks before the start of preseason practice, the Miami Hurricanes give Ray Armstrong the boot. The school announcing this morning that the senior safety was kicked off the football team. No official reason was given for the dismissal of one of the team's best defenders. But Armstrong has had a turbulent career at the U. He was suspended twice last season. He missed 4 games because of his involvement in the Nevin Shapiro scandal and was suspended again later in the year while the team investigated another possible violation. In 7 games last season, Armstrong totaled 34 tackles and interception and a fumble. Miami will allow him to remain on scholarship to get his degree, or he can transfer. As the U.S. Olympic team trickles into London this week and next week, many of the team's athletes are getting some final preparations for the USA basketball team. They have a couple of weeks ahead. Today, LeBron James and company working out in Manchester, England. They'll play an exhibition against the British team tomorrow. Then 2 more games against Argentina and Spain before the opening ceremonies next Friday. And a handful of Miami Hurricanes will be arriving in London as soon as well, including Tierra Brown. Brown is a Coral Gables product who qualified in the women's 400-meter hurdles at the Olympic trials last month. This is her first time competing in an Olympic Games, and she says she's physically at her best. Now it's time to sharpen her mental edge.
Track, to me, is 99% mental at this point. I mean, everybody can go out there and they can be fit and they can be ready to run, but if you're not focus on, your mental game, you're not going to make it regardless how fast you are.
We'll have more with Tierra Brown coming up at 5:30. And for more on South Florida Olympians like Brown, log on to our website, NBC6.com, our new website address, and click on the London 2012 section on our homepage. And don't forget, NBC6 is your home for the Summer Olympic Games in London. It all starts July 27th, just 9 days away. Now, coming up in sports at 6, we'll take a look ahead to the other big event in the UK this weekend, the British Open, and we'll hear from Tiger Woods. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Christina, and that'll do it for the NBC6 News at 5.
But don't go anywhere. The NBC6 News at 5:30 continues next.
How do you know it's summertime? Well, I'm flipping burgers and talking about the Ford Summer Sales event.
Oh, wow.
Now, this would definitely be the car I would want to get.
Like the Fusion?
We love the Fusion.
Mileage matters?
Absolutely.
Up to 33 miles per gallon. The sync system. You can take all the music and put it into the hard drive. He just got a glimpse at some 21st century technology and he's flipping out.
Now, lease a Fusion for just $199 a month. Or get 500 trade-in assistance for up to $4,000 cash back on 2012 Ford cars.
See your South Florida Ford stores.
Howdy, ma'am. What you have on tap?
Well, for you, partner, I've got the original tap. Here, it's on the house.
The usual, ma'am. I'm so thirsty.
Only the original tap can quench that thirst. Here you go.
Much obliged.
The original tap, brought to you by Miami-Dade County. Cheers.
We admit it. We can't help ourselves. Just when we built the Optima, a great mid-size sedan, we felt the need to add things like 18-inch chrome wheels, LED lights, a sport-tuned suspension, premium Napa leather trim seats, and an electronic parking brake. The Optima was already the best. Now it's even better. Introducing the Kia Optima Limited. Or now lease an Optima LX, starting at only $199 a month.
At the University of Miami, you can become a paralegal in just 4 months. Taught by seasoned law professionals, our paralegal program will provide you with the skills and portfolio you need to succeed. Day, evening, weekend, and online options are available. Reach your full potential from U.S. News & World Report's 38th ranked university in the nation, ranked #1 in Florida. For details about our paralegal certificate program, call 305-284-0898 or log on to miami.edu/paralegal today.
It's the GMC Summer Event, and now's the time to see our smaller SUV with an EPA estimated 32 highway miles per gallon standard, or the first ever Acadia Denali, our newest 8-passenger crossover. This summer, isn't it time for a new grill? During the GMC Summer Event, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on the GMC Acadia, or qualified buyers get $2,500 cash back.
Live, the news on NBC6 South Florida starts now.
First at 5:30, a look at tonight's top stories. A child is found safe after he's abducted during a carjacking in Hialeah. Police say the 3-year-old boy was left alone in the car after his father stopped to get ice cream. The child was later dropped off outside a TD Bank in Miami. The stolen car has not been found.
The body of a woman is found inside a house in Homestead. Police were led there by a tip from Homestead Hospital, where a man showed up with what is described as suspicious injuries. It's not clear if the man has any involvement in the deaths of the woman.
And the camera rolls on an elderly man turning the tables on a couple of crooks. Good evening again. I'm Jackie Nesprell. We're joining you from the new NBC-6 South Florida studio.
And I'm Trina Robinson. Adam has the night off. Our tour of our new digs is coming up. But first, 2 teens try to hold up an internet cafe in northern Florida.
But little did they know one of the customers was packing heat.
Team 6 reporter Christina Hernandez is here with the dramatic video. Christina.
Yeah, this happened in Ocala Friday night, and even though those robbers were armed, one with a gun, the shots fired inside that cafe came from a customer.
Surveillance cameras capture a botched robbery that ends with both of the armed men shot. It wasn't what they expected when they walked into an Ocala internet cafe Friday night. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says the 2 teens, one with a bat and the other with a gun, tried to rob the customers inside, but one man wasn't having it. Look at the top right side of the screen. That's 71-year-old Samuel Williams fighting back.
And this guy kept popping. He didn't stop. He just kept popping, you know. So I think he shot both of them.
Williams was one of about 30 customers in the Palm Internet Cafe when the 2 suspects walked in. And because of him, everyone inside was safe. And those teens were chased out the door, both shot.
After he started firing, they took off. They fell on top of each other trying to get out of the cafe.
Davis Dawkins and Dwayne Henderson stopped by the hospital on their way to jail. Just more than a year ago, something very similar happened in Seminole County's Longwood. The robbers wore masks, it was a security guard who fired shots, and one of those suspects ended up dead. This also happened at an internet cafe where customers play games on computers, like virtual slot machines.
There's money involved in businesses like this.
And even though business here was interrupted, one elderly customer made sure the bad guys weren't going to get away.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office says Samuel Williams has a concealed weapons permit and will most likely not face charges thanks to Florida's Stand Your Ground law. Live in the studio, Christina Hernandez, NBC-6 South Florida.
Christina, thanks. It's been missing for 10 years, but today the FBI found a stolen Matisse painting in a Florida sting. Undercover agents posing as art collectors met with a couple yesterday to buy the missing 1925 painting at the Lowe's Hotel in Miami Beach. The masterpiece, Odalisque in red pants, is worth nearly $1.5 million. Agents from Interpol, the FBI, and Venezuelan, British, Spanish, and French police have been searching for the painting since 2003, but no one knew where it was. The names of the couple or how they played into the whole scheme have not yet been revealed. One suspect is in custody after Broward Sheriff's deputies respond to a bank robbery in Deerfield Beach earlier today. This happening at the Bank of America on 1000 South Florida Highway this morning. Officials say they arrested the male suspect at a nearby Denny's. It's unknown if the suspect was armed.
Now to stories of survival. Today, people who suffered severe burns reunited with the doctors and nurses who saved their lives.